what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 in the Isle of Wight. Just finished packing up the panniers and the luggage. Monica's just finishing getting ready. We'll then hit the road, probably go to a coffee shop first. I think it's about 10 o'clock, quarter to 10. Need to be out of here by 10 o'clock, so we'll go grab a coffee first, head to the coast initially, and then for today we're going to be exploring the middle of the island, which I think is also meant to be beautiful as well. But the first day's exploring. Stunning island, incredible riding roads, so cannot wait to get on to day 2. And I always know if I like a location, a country, an island, if when I wake up on the second day, I cannot wait to get exploring. Super excited. I'm pretty sure this is actually the 2020, I think it was 2020, slightly updated model, and it looks incredible, especially with the roof off like that. That really is a seriously cool looking vehicle. I almost fell over in excitement there, but I really would like one of those. That looks incredible, and especially when the sun's out. It's just made for weather like this. Monica's still laughing because I almost fell over. Got the panniers and excitement, just left them on the side of the road. Just had a long chat with the Wrangler owner, and he's also just bought about 2 weeks ago an Indian Scout. So what a pair. And he's planning to retire with the Jeep, tow the Indian on the back or on a trailer on the back of the Jeep down to Portugal when he retires. I mean, that's an absolute dream. I love that. He's got 2.2 litre diesel in that. It's a new model Jeep, and he says it averages 36 mpg. Very good. I want that car. This is the best possible way to wake up. A few little sailing boats in the distance there, and we just saw a huge warship, naval ship over in the distance there. But what a way to start the day. I almost don't want to say this because I may get some funny comments, but honestly, this sounds so crazy. But this is like Croatia. This is like one of the Croatian islands. The Isle of Wight is the VAR of the UK. I've said it. I welcome any comments. But look at it. Look where we are. And just that setting with the boats parked up in the kind of rocky cliffs just behind it with the beautiful colour sea. It's just like Croatia. Heading inland now, which is the first time in the past day and a half that we've left the coastal road. It just gets so addictive because it's so beautiful, but we want to see what the middle of the island's like, so we're going right into the centre now, and it's equally as pretty. Beautiful houses everywhere, little villages dotted around, and still, even in the middle, you get the winding country lanes. Amazing. And we've been so lucky with the weather. We've just seen that at about 9 or 10 p.m. there may even be a bit of a storm, so this is perfect. You would never guess with this blue sky. This is a 16th century pub, so about 500 years old. Again, thatched, so there's a thatched building here, thatched across the road. I don't think I've ever seen so many thatched buildings, and it's a free house as well, which means they're not owned by a big brewery and they can serve whatever alcohol they like.
Hey darling, can I tell you the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take.
You're on the main street just there, right outside the post office, and a man kindly said to us, just turn right up that street and you'll see the old library, old post office and old shop. And look at this street. So you've got the old library there, continuing the tradition with the thatched roofs. Old post office here, or post box here, and that's actually been sealed up. So that used to be red, painted black, sealed up, so no longer in use. And the little old shop here, I mean, look at this. It's, keep saying stunning. It's a really beautiful street. Oh, and if you're looking for a new career, move to the Isle of Wight, become a roof thatcher. Never seen so many thatched roofs. There's a little sign outside this house saying that William Fox lived here, and he was a pioneer fossil collector who discovered and named many species of dinosaur. 1862 he lived here. Gear for the day, pretty much head to toe in REV'IT Gear. REV'IT is a Dutch company, and they do a bit more of a focus on technical side of gear than I often go for. Sometimes I go for stuff that's completely style focused, and then kind of they add on the armor side of it. But REV'IT, very much a technically focused company, and I'll give you a few examples of that. So this is their Crosby Jacket, and all of this stuff actually I wore yesterday from 4 in the morning until probably 9:30 at night, so I can vouch for it. It's comfortable, it's perfectly cool in 25-degree heat, so it's brilliant summer gear, and also it's very protective. So Crosby Jacket, super cool, super nice, full armor pockets everywhere. I've currently got elbow armor and the most heavy duty, I don't know if you can see that if I start flexing, the most heavy duty back armor I've ever seen, with about 3 different layers that can move up and down like that. So very well protected with the technical stuff, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So inside it we've got a mesh lining which keeps you very cool in the summer, and actually Monica is wearing a winter Garibaldi jacket.
Yeah.
Now that's one of my favourite jackets. They're super waterproof and windproof, but even Monica, who rarely gets hot, you're struggling, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm struggling. It's
and
so hard.
I'm just skipping around, and that never ever happens. I'm perfectly cool in all of this gear. So you've got the mesh lining. Also, these clever little straps here that just pop off, and what they do they just attach to your trousers either side, and it makes sure your trousers stay up, and if you come off, this doesn't roll up. Never seen that before. Very clever. What I do in reality actually is just hook my hat to it when I'm walking around, and it's actually really good. They've also got this zip if you want to attach it to your trousers, and REV'IT make a belt with that zip attachment, so you don't need trousers with the zip. You can actually buy the belt with the zip attachment on the back. Pockets everywhere, including, it's always useful, zip pockets. It's a really good jacket and very good in the summer. I hope my phone wasn't in there. Chinos. Biking chinos, you have no idea how long it took me to get a really nice stealth looking pair of riding beige chinos. Incredibly difficult. Again, REV'IT Alpha chinos or alpha pants in sand. They're superb. You can't tell in the video often, but that's really thick, good quality material. Pockets for the knee and the hips. I've got the hip armour in at the moment just so you can see how it looks, but styling wise, it's spot on. It's not a slim fit, it's not a skinny fit, it's just a standard fit, but it looks brilliant. And no extra stitching anywhere. So you can hardly tell that they're riding trousers. And finally, the boots. These are the Mohawk II Boots in black. That's how the sole looks. Very simple. Really thick, heavy duty ankle padding on either side. Nothing especially, oh yes there is, yes there is, I can feel that on the toe all the way round there, so that's reinforced. Both ankles, solid reinforcement there as well. I've been wearing these probably for 20 hours now in the past 2 days, and absolutely I can vouch for them. They are supremely comfortable, no rubbing or chafing anywhere. They're very, very good all day boots, and they look superb. And Monica, if you stay there, I'll get the final 2 bits. AGV, seen that a million times now. AGV X3000, Monica DMD. And you can see the types of helmets that we wear when it's summer. We always pick these 2 helmets because they're so much cooler. And finally, the Monster 2 gloves from REV'IT. So all of the REV'IT gear that I've shown you today, it's all full protection everywhere. The trousers, full armor pockets, the jacket and the gloves as well. So they're top notch with the safety side. So I'll put one on to show you. It continues here. So strong reinforced knuckle, reinforcements here on the, actually completely forgotten what you call those, knuckle as well. Oh, I don't know, I've forgotten the name. Monica, help me out. No, cool, we've forgotten the name, but anyway, here and here there's reinforcement, little reinforcement here and here. This is the key, thick extra reinforcement on the palm of the hand. Very, very solid gloves. I'm really impressed actually, because I've never worn REV'IT gear for an extended period like these past 2 days, and I can absolutely vouch. Yeah, it's top quality gear, and I think I'm right in saying it's the only Dutch clothing company for biking stuff, and they do a really good job. Never seen one of those in my life. That's an old Peugeot. It's got to be 1960s. Nice cup of tea to warm me up on this 26-degree day. we were riding along and saw a sign for Appuldurcombe House. And it's just 2 minutes off the main road. And it's free entry today. I think it's 300 years old, and I think he's a famous landscape gardener or architect called Capability Brown actually redesigned the gardens in 1780. So we'll have a quick look. Probably only got about an hour and a half till we need to be at the ferry port, and we want to see one more beach, but it's free admission into the gardens, and we saw it just from the lane coming up, and it is massive. Interestingly, I just read that it's in the Second World War, it fell into disrepair, and looking at it from the road, you think, wow, that's an incredible manor house, but actually it's been preserved as a ruin, so it won't go into any more disrepair, but it's a shell of a house, and only now it's apparent it's just a shell. Amount of windows. Would you like one more fun fact?
Yeah.
One of the owners of this building was, I think his name was Wolseley, and he had a very famous court case against his wife because his wife admitted to having 27 lovers. They've put a whole facade on the front of the house. When you look at it from the front, the reason we thought it was a fully done house is because they put all the windows in and just tidied up the inside, so from the road it looks like a proper, almost lived-in house. Yeah, you get the impression of what it's like. I used to think, God, that would be amazing living here, but Monica and I I took Monica for her birthday to a huge French, what do you call it, manor
Chateau.
house? Chateau, in the middle of the countryside, all by itself, somewhere in the middle of France. There are 3 guest rooms, but apart from that, there were 3 couples on the first night, and the rest is completely empty, really old furniture. First night was lovely, the other 2 couples were there just wandering around the house at night. The second night, both of the other couples left, and we were left in a chateau bigger than this that hadn't been refurbished in about 150 years, with weird sounds going on. We were the only people there. No one who even worked there lived there. It was unpleasantly scary.
Yeah.
This is stunning. So, Ford Capri on the old N-Reg. Look at those wheels, and I had to just show you before we head off. That interior, Lotus steering wheel, I think that's a Lotus gear stick as well, with the most stunning brown leather interior. I don't know exactly what special edition, if it is Capri, this is, but it's a really nice one. I mean, that's worth a lot of money if it's restored.
I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I
Made it to the ferry. We actually almost missed it. So we literally had 2 minutes just to relax as soon as we got there, because we're at the beach. We met a really nice couple from Croydon in South London, and the guy's a biker, and he actually bought a motorbike off Dutch, who owns a bike shed, so we were chatting for a while, but we made it. Cost of the ferry, I completely forgot to mention it in the previous Isle of Wight vlog. It's £47 return for one motorbike and 2 people. So Monica and I returned £47. I think that's really fair value. And when we looked, there wasn't one day that was fully booked. So I know that some people say, oh yeah, but the Isle of Wight, the weather's unpredictable. Yes, that may be the case, but with this, it's brilliant. Just have a look at the weather for the coming week. Book absolute last minute so you can guarantee the weather. That's what we did. We literally just booked the ferry the day before, £47 return. Spaces throughout the summer, so there's nothing to worry about with that. You don't need a passport, you don't need any ID. It couldn't be simpler, and especially in these COVID times when people, you can't go abroad at the moment. It's not realistic. So this is just an incredible option. You don't need to worry about any complicated paperwork. There's no quarantine or anything, and it is a dream. And the island itself, stunning riding roads. I think I said in the previous video, you don't pay for parking for biking anywhere. Regardless of where you go, you just ride straight through, no paying at all. It's a riding dream. One of the cleanest places I've ever seen, no litter at all, stunning scenery, beautiful beaches, and it really is. Monica and I were just sitting on the beach looking at the view before the ferry, and both of us agreed we will definitely be back. It really is a stunning place. Thanks so much for coming along with us on this trip. It's been just so much better than I thought it would be. There's something really special about islands, and if you've got any ideas about some other places that Monica and I should travel to, please do let me know in the comments. Please do subscribe to the channel, give the video a like if you can. Let me know any other good ideas, and I will see you in the next one.